My name is Todd Bodenheimer. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. ETA, it's an Elvis tribute artist. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, they look at you and they say, oh, you're an Elvis impersonator. It's like, I don't consider myself an impersonator. I'm a tribute artist. I just pay tribute to Elvis's music, his style, and, you know, the way he put forth his music to the audience. An impersonator, when they get on stage, you know, they try to talk like Elvis. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You know, to me, it's a fake persona of Elvis, and they portray themselves to be Elvis Presley. And, you know, they talk about my first movie, or my first #1 hit, or my 4th gold album. But it wasn't ours, it was Elvis Presley's. And, you know, the ETAs, to me, it's a tribute artist. You're yourself on stage between songs. You talk to the audience, and you announce the next song coming up, but you say, you know, Elvis's 4th #1 hit was this song right here, and I'd like to sing it for you. You know, that's the difference to me from an impersonator to an ETA.
This one here is a very pretty song. This was a song that Elvis recorded with his Stamps Quartet. Elvis doesn't sing lead in this, but I'm going to do Elvis's part. But the fantabulous, is that a word? I think so. It is now, I just made it. Okay. But Mr. J.D. Sumner of the Stamps Quartet sings lead in this song. Very beautiful. Please listen to his voice. It goes like this. I had a drinking problem.
Why me, Lord? What have I to deserve even one of the pleasures I've known? Tell me, Lord, what did I ever do to deserve loving you and the kindness you've shown? Lord, help me, Jesus, I wasted, and so help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Now that I know that I needed you, so help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hands.
My mother was a big Elvis fan, and I, you know, listened to Elvis music pretty much every day of my life, and just grew to love the man, love the music, and just what he stood for. You know, when I first started doing it, it was more of a hobby. You know, doing it on the weekends every so often, but I was still working a full-time job, and but when I finally decided to do this full-time, you know, when I told my mom and dad, my mom was like, you know, that's cool, that's exciting, and she's backed me 100%. And my father, he backs me too, but he was scared for me because, you know, I had house payments to make, other bills, whatnot, you know, taking care of my kids, and you know, he said, is this thing going to pay off? And so far it has, and I've been doing it full time for almost 3 years.
Oh, it's funny, but I can't recall the things you said or why you cried. Now I know it was wrong to go. Well, I belong there by your side, and I come flying to you. Oh, my crying, Lord, is through. Oh, I will hold you and love you again, but until, yeah, boy, we'll just pretend.
Elvis even said, he goes, you know, every audience he played in front of, there was new people, so it wasn't the same. It's not the same crowd, and you don't know how they're going to take you, how they're going to accept the show, if they're going to like it, if they're not going to like it, and you know you got nerves going crazy, and it doesn't matter the size of the audience. I could be more comfortable on a stage in front of 2,000 and be extremely nervous. I'm to the point where I'm shaking to death. In front of a crowd of 10. Just, you know, it depends on the atmosphere and how the people are going to take it. And you know, the anticipation of when you go out there, you know, it's scary to think, you know, are they going to accept you as an entertainer, or are they going to not like it? You know, and it's a nerve-wracking situation sometimes. So.
Well, first thing in the morning, last thing at night, I look, stare everywhere, and I see everything inside. Hey, 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 well, stop looking, listen, baby. That's my philosophy. It's called rubber necking, baby. Well, that's alright with me. Well, some people say I'm wasting time. They don't really care. See what I like what I see.
You know, walking around down there at Graceland and the property, I really felt the presence of Elvis. You know, it was exciting, and I'd never felt a feeling like that before. And walking in the same places where he was actually at, you know, it just a feeling comes over you. You can feel him there. You can feel his presence, his you know, the love and compassion that man had for everybody. You can still feel it there at the property. It's just amazing. I think it's easier here because the fans of Elvis. I mean, I think most of them just love the ETAs and what we do, and you know, they've got such a love for Elvis and his music, especially here. And you know, these people come from all over the world and different places and whatnot, and you know, they're very acceptable, really, no matter where I go, but probably more so here. Elvis was such an unbelievable entertainer, singer, and the way he touched his audience. They said when he would walk out on stage, I mean, there was just a feeling that would come over, you know, everybody in the place. And these people grew up listening to Elvis's music. They grew up with Elvis, watching him in concert. And when they pay to come see you perform, you know, they're coming out of their way to come and support you and hear what you've got to bring to them. And for me, if they leave with a smile on their face just because I brought back one slight moment of a great memory of what they grew up listening to, as long as they're happy, I mean, one person out of 500, if they leave happy knowing that I made them feel good for that one moment, that's what it's all about for me.
Shook up. Well, what's my soul? What's wrong with me? Itching like a man on the fuzzy tree. Friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up.